That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We
you want one quick question?
can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I know it's crazy. It's crazy. This is 2:20 a.m., but I had a little energy, and I'm amped up just because I watched Camp Flog now. Now, I'm going to get to basketball. I'm going to get to Paige Beckers versus UNC. I'm going to get to Louisville, Kentucky. They went to overtime today. I'm going to get to the Seattle Storm and that entire drama and those theatrics, things of that sort. I'm going to get to all of that later, probably maybe in the morning, maybe after the Sunday NFL games and things of that sort. But while I'm here, it's been a while. It's been a couple days since I even been on the channel, so I wanted to say hey, show face, all of those things. And I wanted to talk about something that I thought was very, very important to talk about, which is just this year in hip hop. But it all starts with kind of like it goes back to Camp Flog Gnaw today. So a great day at Camp Flog Gnaw. Layla performed before the live stream. I'm looking at the live stream schedule right now. Layla performed the live stream. It was her first festival experience, first festival performance. That's one of the top albums of the year for me. Gap Year is one of the top projects for me. I just think she's amazing. Production, singing, rapping, all of the above. Things of that sort. She really solidified herself and separated herself as her own artist. And she's learning how to perform now. And she's, kind of growing up before our eyes, unironically and literally. Okay, now we're streaming. The first thing that was streaming was Concrete Boys. I don't know. They originally weren't supposed to be playing by the time of the show. Oh, yes, they are. Oh, well, okay. Well, yeah, Concrete Boys, they were one of the first acts to stream, and the Concrete Boys set was good, bro. It was good, man. Like Concrete, of course, is not the same without Kara. A lot of the best verses and best parts of songs that they performed was Kara, and she wasn't there, so it was just kind of awkward that they kept skipping around her parts and things of that sort. But as time went on, it was really like I think Draft had a little song that he did. I think it might have been the 2020 song he had on Yachty's tape on Lil Boat 3. And, that got the crowd going. And then, DC is just cold. Like, he's just cold. So he played some new unreleased stuff that just went up. It went crazy. And then it went into Draft Day's new joint that he just dropped. And that was a bit, like a high energy turn song. And then like from there, they went into something like back to back, like three peat. And they did their thing for about 30 minutes. And then the last 20 minutes, Yachty came out. He came out to the Ian song. Everybody, hey. And then he did like 20 minutes of his like kind of latest hits, so the Strike, Holster, all those joints and things of that sort. So Concrete Boys did their thing, and then they closed out with the On the Radar cipher, but they didn't have Yachty's verse and they didn't have Kara's verse, which the Yachty thing was weird to me, cutting it out. But yeah, that was that. The next set that I watched, I think, okay. I miss Kenny Mason, but shout out to Kenny Mason doing his thing. I watched his interview. His interview was great. Great representation of Atlanta, West Side Zone 3, where I'm currently at right now. Doechii, man, Doechii, the Swamp Princess. What can you say, bro? Doechii and her DJ Miss Milan, like they've had one of the best shows all year. They've been touring. They just finished the tour, as Doechii said during her set, and her and Miss Milan, they got that chemistry and the choreography and the energy and the rap. Like it's like pure rap, bro, and it's just some good stuff, dude. The Alligator Bites, the whatever the album, bro, it's crazy, bro. Like I said, this has been the greatest year ever for rap music, and I don't think people are ever gonna, appreciate it for what it is while we're in it. But it's been a crazy year. Crazy energy from Doechii. She ends up bringing out SZA, and that's crazy because SZA don't even really come outside or like welcome outside and things of that sort. So when SZA went out, it went crazy. Went up for that when she did So Persuasive and things of that sort. So shout out to Doechii on that. The next one I saw was Action Bronson. Bronsolino. Oh my goodness. Action Bronson is a good live performer. I did not know he was such a good live performer. And I think I've seen him before live and things of that sort, like on YouTube and stuff. And he didn't have the energy that he had today. The energy that he had today was just sensational, bro. Like he was like moving all across the stage. I don't know if it's the workouts, but he's, talking to the band. He had a live band and everything like that. He punching, to the crowd and directing the crowd to sing the words. And he did Dimitri early. And what else did he do? He did Dimitri early. He did Baby Blue in the middle of the set, and then he kept going with the set. He did a couple of Alchemist joints. Like it was just hard. It was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. It was a great set. He did some of the blue chip stuff. Shout out to Bronsolino, bro. But that was just his first time, and that was the warm up for real. So we go Omar Apollo. At this point, I'm kind of like zoned out, whatever, not really tapped in for real. I listened to Tamagotchi, and he did, his Mexican things and things like that. And I'm saying Mexican things because he said, "Seems like we got a lot of Mexicans here. Let's do some Mexican stuff." Vincent Staples afterwards, man. At this point, I was on the phone with my mom, and but I had it. I was like unmuted it in between and stuff like that. And it seemed like Vince, he's another performer who was just bringing the energy, like kind of bringing more energy. The older he gets, the more it seems like he cares about like kind of the live performances and everything like that and putting on a good show. He had a lot of energy, and it's funny because his songs are so like kind of mellow and just chill and just like, just like cool talking. Like he's a cool laid back guy, but he's bringing the energy at these shows to put on a good show. So shout out to Vincent Staples as well. So K Tronada comes on. So okay, K Tronada's coming on, but around the same time, probably I say is a strong argument. My favorite set of the day, Alchemist and Friends. The Alchemist and Friends. Oh my goodness. This was like some real rap. This is like you can't tell me that hip hop is in a bad place in 2024 and not pay attention to what Alchemist is doing in that whole pocket. Like what the Diggers are doing with the music videos, what Alchemist is doing on the production side, and what all the rappers just kind of under his umbrella are doing. It's just amazing, man. It's crazy, dude. He's playing, so he was playing June and he was playing all his joints. Hit Boy is the only one that did come out. That I was surprised he didn't come out, but oh my goodness. So he brings a couple of artists out first, and then he plays the E. coli with Earl Sweatshirt. And I said, he's not bringing out Earl. Earl's not coming out. Earl's performing tomorrow. And Earl came out that mug, boy. Oh, yeah. Also, Bronsolino came back out. Action Bronson came out for part two. He said part two, and he performed the same song. And then he did another song, the song with Mac Miller. Rest in peace, Mac Miller. He said, "Long live to our legends. Rest in peace to Mac Miller." It was just great. Oh my goodness. And then Earl comes out. Earl does E. coli, and then he says, "This the Alchemist and Friends, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he says, "Can I bring out some friends?" And he brings out Mike, and he does a song with Mike, the Century song. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy. These are real rappers, real spitters right here." And he says, "Can I keep bringing out friends?" And he says, "Yes." And I'm like, "Is he gonna bring out El Casto? Is he gonna bring out Neonte? Who is he bringing out?" And I think he brought out the next person he brought out was Navy Blue. So he brings out Navy Blue. I said, "Oh, we rapping tonight. We rap." At this point, I'm fully in my rap bag, my real hip hop, what I'm saying, bag, everything like that. Whoop the whoop. So we rapping. Navy Blue out there spitting, doing what he has to do. Excuse me, I lost my voice. Then he says, "I got some more friends." Alchemist said, "You got more friends." He came out brought Vince Staples, but he didn't do because they got two joints, and one of them was kind of like more of a single, and the other one was kind of like a deeper album cut. And they did the deeper album cut on the last album with Vince Staples. Staples came out again. They do the joint, and then Earl goes, and Earl's just going off, bro. Like Earl is like in a different, like he's probably the only one that I'm really excited to see tomorrow. Like, of course, I'm probably gonna watch Sexy Red as well, but Earl is like the only one I'm like amped to see tomorrow, things of that sort. So, so then, Vince is just watching Earl just go, man, and he's just like, man, this dude is crazy. He finishing the lines and stuff like that. Earl's just on a different level right now with his rap stuff. He having a moment, man. And like I said, this is the greatest year in rap history. And Earl Sweatshirt is one of the best, if not the best rapper. Oh, yeah, anyway, you got Kendrick Lamar because he can appeal to the commercial. But um, I feel like, okay, in the underground, it's hands down Earl. It's hands down Earl, bro. Like Mike is up there, but it's hands down Earl, bro. So then, Earl had his little moment. Earl comes off stage. Then Alchemist does he does Hold You Down. And then he brings out Boldy James. And Boldy James does a whole set to really end the joint. So there's that. Oh my goodness. I'm just like, and rappers delight heaven, man. It's crazy. Rapper after rapper after rapper. I said, okay, what we doing now? What we doing now? So then I go flip over to K Tronado on channel 1, and K Tronado doing his thing and stuff like that. He playing this joint. Don't know if you got no girl. He playing all night I've been dancing all night I've been drinking all night. I didn't even know K Tronado produced that. Chance the Rapper on Acid Rap, not Acid Rap, but Coloring Book all night. That was like one of my favorite tracks on that mixtape. I did not know that was him. So he's playing that, and then he plays a Mine song Forever and Never, or the Mine single from their album. And then he plays Witchy, and it goes crazy for Witchy. So you know what I'm saying, like Gambino did not come out. He's still recovering, I assume, things of that sort. So that was that. So I'm flipping back because it's going on at the same time as Denzel Curry. And I didn't miss any Denzel Curry that I know. So I saw Walking. I saw the new joint that he got with Laser Dim and BK the Ruler. Laser Dim came out, and Laser Dim did who did he do? He did Laser Dim did Max. He did the thought she wanted me, but she wanted Max. And then they did the little Waka Flocka flip. It was amazing. And then they did then Laser Dim goes off. After Laser Dim goes off, he goes and he does Walking. And then Walking Out, that was my favorite rap song. By the way, what year that came out? Like 2022. That was my favorite rap song of that year. Then he brings out Tia Kareem. Tia Kareem does Freaky T, and then she does the joint that they had on the last album. I'm like, oh my goodness, man, this is crazy. This is all in one like day, bro. This is crazy. I'm sorry, man. This is different. So then he does that, and then he ends with a Clout Cobain. So he ends with that. So then I flip back over, and then it's nothing. It's like Daniel Caesar. No, I'm not even flipping back over. I guess I'm just watching some interview at this point. And then I get ready for Schoolboy Q. Man, Q had one of my favorite sets of the day as well. Q was going crazy. And Q going back to back with the hits. His set was probably like 30 to 50 minutes, right? I kid you not. Every other song was a hit. Every other song that he performed was a hit record. I said, I didn't even know Q had 20 hits. Like, of course, I listen to Q. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm more of a casual fan of Q. I'm not no, you know what I'm saying, deep cut Q guy and everything like that. Back in the pre-oxymoron days, I'm not that type of guy with Q. But like, he got hits. And it's back to back to back. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, bro. So yeah, and he's another one. No backtrack. He just singing pure raw vocals. He rapping all the lyrics, and he moving around. He jumping up and down. He dancing. He's in great shape, man. All these rappers are getting in good shape, bro. They're getting in great shape. That brings me to Corday when we get to Corday. So that's Schoolboy Q. Then Mace comes out. And Mace, he right at the same time, pretty much like 10 minutes before Tyler. So Mace got to get all his joints in. And boy, did he get them all in. He going hit after hit. Don't push us because we close to the edge. We are trying not to lose our head. Hey. Hey, Mace killed it. I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. Mace did what he had to do. And he had a good crowd. I'm like, man, this is a choice to like Tyler's #1 in the country 3 weeks in a row. The #1 album outsold Taylor Swift, broke Taylor Swift's record for 2024. You guys are watching Mace. Like, hey, salute to you at Tyler's festival. But hey, to each his own. So May's doing his thing. Tyler finally comes out because it was probably like a few minutes late, and he had the stage set up. I'm very interested to see what he's gonna do with the show, with the stage, everything like that. And it turns out I still don't think he has his show figured out because he pretty much did like what he did at the pop-ups. He just made a little adjustments there. I was really watching, and then he stopped after Darla 9. It's kind of like the pop record, the radio record, and things of that sort. And that's when he went to the old stuff. And he went to the old stuff, back to the album. He skipped the Gambino tracks pretty much, and then did everything except for the last song. Hope you find your way home. And everybody that had a rap verse, he strategically placed them to perform on the first day so they could be there to perform their verses on this set. So that's what they did. Sexy came out because Sexy isn't performing until tomorrow. And yeah, that was good as well. So all of this to say Doechii had the moment of the night of the day when she performed her verse on Balloon, and just the animation obviously from her original recording and her energy, and she brings the bars, she brings the creativity, she brings the energy every single time. But with this performance, I'm telling you, was the number 2 live moment in hip hop this year, behind Kendrick Lamar performing Not Like Us 6 times in a row on Juneteenth for the Six God. Like, um, like she had more energy than him, and she outperformed Tyler. And Tyler takes pride in being the best rapper performer and this and that and this and that. And she outshined him. It was like Nicki on Monster in 2010. You know what I'm saying? When Nicki did her "Hello, Welcome to Nicki Minaj" moment on like outshining Jay-Z and Kanye West on Monster. That's what Doechii did on Balloon, especially with the live performance. I'm like, oh my goodness. And she just go, I'm sorry. Oh. And like Tyler's looking at her like, oh, and nobody all night outperformed Tyler. Nobody out dramatic, out theater kid Tyler all night until Doechii got on that stage. I'm telling you, Doechii is her. Doechii is a star. Doechii is the one. Doechii is all of the above. She is who she thinks she is. She is a swamp princess. She's the swamp, whatever she calls herself. I don't want to repeat it, but salute to Doechii, man. 100%, bro. That brings me to Corday. So now we taking a step back. Corday just released his new album this week, and I definitely wanted to speak on that and things of that sort. So let me do that. Let me get the name of the album up here. The Crossroads. Oh my gosh. Corday. Oh my goodness, bro. Corday's first album was really good. His first album was really, really good. And that put him on the map. Like he was already, buzzing from like the online freestyles and things of that sort. And YBN just had their own movement and kind of viral movement and stuff like that online. But the Lost Boy, his first album, oh my goodness. Yeah, I was a lost boy. Now I'm fine. Brothers are trying to change the man. That took him to the next level. And it was like, oh yeah, this kid is legit. He is not just freestyles, he can make full songs. And not just full songs, he can make a full album. And his rapping quality, the storytelling, the song making ability, the catchiness of the hooks and all that. I think is one of the better is let me see if Anderson, yeah, he is. One of the guy messing with me. I got two man that are messing with me. And it was funny because when he had Chance on the album, it was like Chance was doing him a favor. Now he kind of bigger than, you know what I'm saying? But Chance coming back though. Chance coming back. But The Lost Boy was a classic. He comes back with From a Bird's Eye View. It was a good album, good rapping, but it did not stick. It didn't have much replay value. I put a couple of the tracks from it on my playlist and things like that, but I really only did it because it was Corday and I'm trying to support Corday and things of that sort. But it really ain't had none for real on there. This joint right here, he said it. He said, all right, I went back and listened to both on a car ride, and I have to say, Lost Boy is definitely better. He said, my bad, y'all, I'll do better. He went away for a while, had the baby with Naomi Osaka, and he just learned, experience. Went on a road with Osaka, saw her win the Wimbledon, put the middle finger up while she wearing the Kobe jersey, and she posted it, and it was a whole thing. And he learned, and then they broke up, followed each other, refollowed each other. Now we don't know if they're together or not. And they went from public relationship to kind of a private situation, which we don't know what's going on. And he came back with this, boy, the crossroads. See, everybody has a moment. Glorilla came out. I spoke about Glorilla last time. 3 songs out the gate. F and F, Blessed, and Tomorrow. Hit, mega hit. She puts out the EP, it gets a little quiet. She puts out singles after the EP, it stays quiet for about a year. Now we starting to count Glorilla out. And don't say you didn't count her out, because you're lying if you said you didn't. Man, Casanat counts her out. She comes back. Yeah, Glow. And who said it was cool to listen to Yeah, Glow? LeBron James. LeBron James Sr. is in the gym. Yeah, Glow. Tap in. Da, da, da. Glorilla's back. Glorilla's back. Let the people know Glorilla's back. She comes back with, it's 7 p.m. Friday. And hold on. And go, mate. Back on, mate. Hit him back with 4 of them things. And then drop the album that got another hit on it with the joint with T-Pain on it, man. So you know what I'm saying? So Glorilla, bro, is just doing her thing and everything like that. I say all that to say, you also have Roddy Ricch. Roddy Ricch dropped The Box. The first album goes crazy. No skips on the first album. Classic album. That was what, 2019, right before the pandemic, right? Then he goes on Mustard album and give him another classic. I put a new 40s on the G. I drive into the London. So then it gets a little quiet for Roddy Ricch. He drops an album. This ain't like the first one. I'm a war, baby. Baby. He brought out Maverick City on that first one. Boy, man, what? The next album, it ain't really hitting like the other one was. Okay, what we doing? So then we go, all right. Roddy Ricch on the clock. He come out to the pop out with Mustard, things of that sort. And he goes online. West Coast, let's do it. New album coming in December. And what they say, this your last chance, my boy. For Corday, the jury was out on him. Are you just a kid that can rap, that has non-replayable music or not really enjoyable music? We just know you can rap and we respect that, but are you gonna live up to your name, Naomi Osaka, and the Lost Boy? And on this joint, he lived up to the crossroads. Let me tell you something about this. See, before I even reviewed this album, I was supposed to look up his mom, because I really feel like on 06 Streaming, that's his mom singing, bro. I legitimately think that that's his mother singing on American Idol. Not American Idol, but just period. And yeah, man, I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry, I got distracted, y'all. Because I'm trying to look it up in real time. But yeah, this is his mom right here. My first time seeing her. Hold on. Hello, one person watching me at 3 a.m. on the East Coast. Where we at? Here you go. This is his mom. Here's his mom right here, man. And she definitely looks like somebody who was singing on American Idol and trying to make a career and things of that sort. But yeah, that's his mom. I'm trying to figure out if that was his mom singing on the track. Let me see. What is her name? Because I don't know. It's just, and it was probably like in 06. Mama said, but this is definitely, it's got to be. Can anybody find the audition? I heard him say she tried make a band. That was a show. MTV was my only channel, so I can hook you up if that's true. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, I'm sorry, y'all, for looking that up in real time. But '06 streaming, he's talking about his mom auditioning for American Idol, and auditioning for making the band and making it through a couple episodes. And that's another thing. Corday was not afraid to go at people. He called out Diddy on the album. He called out Trey Songz on the album. He called out he kind of called out Yachty a little bit on the album for the way that he handled the concrete split, or he referenced it and things of that sort. And man, another thing, this man Corday, he gonna have some A-list features. Even on the last joint, he had Stevie Wonder on the album. He had a Stevie Wonder feature. and then he had Eminem on the last album as well. On this album, he had Lil Wayne, Anderson .Paak, right? And then Ty Dolla $ign, Juicy J, the Jordan Ward, Raven Lenae joint. Then he has the second Lil Wayne feature, and that goes into what? Kanye West. My brother, what? So you go from hearing Lil Wayne's voice to hearing Kanye West's voice, you have no choice but to call it a classic. He made a classic rap album, an instant classic rap album. He tried to make one, right? Remember when who was that? We were on it's like Hot 97, and it was Ebro. He was like, I don't like 2014 Forest Hills Drive because you can hear J. Cole was trying to make a classic. And it's like, shouldn't that be everybody's goal, to make a good album, like to make an album that stands the test of time? And it was really good. It stood the test of time. It's still here. It all still hits. But yeah, man, that's definitely what he did here. That's definitely what Corday did here, and I think it worked. All right, so going back, '06 Dreaming, his mom auditioned for American Idol and making a band, and he said that was the season that he had them running like 5 miles, and he said, "Look at Puff now, karma is real." I said, "Oh my goodness, this dude!" And then he had some vocals at the end. I haven't verified. I'm gonna have to do a deep dive. This might be a whole nother video if I find it, if I ever find it. But it's some vocals at the end. If those vocals rapping about his mom chasing a dream to be in music as a singer, those vocals at the end of the song is his mom, it might just be rap album of the year. It might just be rap album of the year, bro. That's different. That's different, Corday. That's different, Corday. That's different. So here we go. So we go to the first Lil Wayne feature. He killed it. Second track out of that was Anderson .Paak. They Don't Miss. He's become best friends with Anderson .Paak somehow. You have to salute Corday's like ability to establish, build, and hold on to very valuable relationships within the music industry, because these are just A-listers, and he seems like he's just got them on speed dial whenever he needs them. Nothing's Promised. That's the joint where he sampled it. And I was like, man, I'm getting older. But it was also like he was making a classic rap album for people, for the next generation, for the kids. Because, he sampled the Ye song. No, heard him say, the one with Adam Levine, was that 2005 Late Registration. And that's what we grew up on. Like when we were growing up, we kind of looked at those rappers who were just young men and women at the time. We looked at those rappers as like adults and like the dope people and this like that. Now that we're that age, it's like he's doing this for the kids. I don't know if he did that consciously, but I'm looking at that like, oh, he's doing this for the kids, because back then, right, we looking up to Kanye and Cameron and all these guys and Pharrell and all these guys as like the adults making like just dope stuff, next level stuff. They're sampling in their music at the time stuff from the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, you know what I'm saying? The funk, the stuff that they grew up listening to with their moms and stuff like that. Specifically Kanye, he's notorious for that, soul samples and everything like that from the 70s. So we grow up now, and Corday sampling things from, which is a throwback now, 20 years ago. Late Registration was 20 years ago. He's sampling the 20 years ago stuff and reintroducing it to the new crowd, because a lot of kids, the only Kanye they know is Kanye from Pablo on. and they might know Stronger because they hear it at a football game, but they don't know old Kanye West. Like they don't even know that Kanye can really rap. They just know him as some guy that makes really cool beats as a producer and is way off the wall creative and makes cool music and kind of fits in with the whole opium aesthetic and things like that. But Kanye came in the game as a backpack rapper. But yeah, anyways, so I really thought that was dope. If that was the thought process of like, I want the kids to have something to kind of look up to, or whatever, when they're growing up with this. The Mad song, it was kind of like a play on the Broke song. I was broken, even, and now he doing I'm the Mad, and I really like that joint. All Alone is real. Never See It. A Juicy J track is a typical club record for some diversity, different sounds in there. Pray Ty Dolla Sign, typical Ty Dolla Sign feature. One of my favorite Ty Dolla Sign features is the Cinderella joint with Mac Miller, God rest his soul. And this kind of like it wasn't all the way there because Cinderella's different. I don't know if Ty gonna get there again. You know what I'm saying? But it was really good. Don't Walk Away, like I said, Jordan Ward and Raven Lene. Raven Lene did her thing. She's having a great year. Shout out to Raven Lene. Shout out to Chicago. Shout out to Jordan Ward doing his thing. White Crocs, the man with the plan. Saturday Mornings, this is the single with Wayne. Wayne went off, as everybody knew and discussed before the album came out. Then he goes to No Bad News with Kanye West. And Ye did his thing. Ye only did the hook, but it's like, I ain't know if Ye was, you know what I'm saying? It's like, Corday, you got to keep working to get a Ye verse. And you know who got the craziest Ye verse of the year of 2024 was dang Donald Glover, and he never released a song with Say Less. That was the craziest Ye verse of the year, man. But anyways, so that was that. Shia Feeney. So now you got some Pac history, things of that sort. Some Black Panther history and all of that. What really matters, you talking about family and things of that sort. I guess I could break right here. It's very beautiful. Oh man, it's a whole nother thing I want to talk about with this, with 2024 and rappers. But it's always beautiful seeing, the rappers grow up and listening to them grow up and listening to them grow up through their music. Of like with Tyler, he's kind of growing up to like all of my peers are locking down families, they are having kids, and I still don't want that. Even though like my hairs are starting to get gray, I'm starting to slow down, I'm starting to gain a little more weight. I'm not as, skinny and just spry and filled with energy as I used to be. But I still don't want to like settle for a woman, a wife, or a one partner. And then, you have the other artists who are like rapping about girls in college and rapping about hitting girls and groupies and all of this on the road and having just as many women as they want, every girl in the world. I had my first kid and I love my kid and I love my kid more than anything else. It's like J. Cole, For Your Eyes Only, when he did the, Wonderful Clothes. I feel like that's a perfect song because it's just like, this is what I like to do. Like I get joy in like folding clothes with the mother of my children, my wife, my fiance. I enjoy playing with my son, playing outside with my son, throwing the football with my son, just giggling with him, talking to him. He can't really even speak English yet, but I enjoy it. Like that's the time that I have the most joy. And it's crazy seeing that from, oh yeah, I'm be hitting all these girls, we getting the bottles, we be in the club every night and everything like that. It's just crazy seeing that growth in real time. And that's what Corday's kind of doing right here. Even in blinks without throughout the album, he's like, I'm with my new girl, she bad, and we doing this and we doing that. He's still like, yo, like this is my kid. I got my kid, and make sure your father listen to your father and respect your parents because you live longer and all this stuff. And it's just beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Him talking about family and everything like that. And it's like, I really wish I could duck off sometimes and I don't have to go on tour and I don't have to leave you. But son, I got to make some money. And that's a beautiful thing of a family. And then serve sandwiches with Joseph Bodman, another hard spitting track. Now you know, and then he ends it with 210s, the single that's been out with Anderson .Paak for the past couple of years. I like that song. What I want to say Another thing we're seeing with rappers in 2024, man, these rappers, bro, they're grieving. This has been a year of mourning. This has been a year of pain. This has been a year of paranoia from what's been going on and things of that sort. Um, just years of trauma. You know, you can go back further than Mac Miller. So say you went back to XX Tentacion. XX Tentacion passed the same day as Jimmy Wapo up in Pittsburgh. So you got that right. And then you move on to uh Lil Peep. And then you go to um Mac Miller. And then you go to the Juice Worlds, the P&B Rocks, the Takeoffs, the Young Dolphs, the Bankroll Freshes, the Troubles, the Pop Smokes. Like you go through all these names, you know, the Draco Derulos, the Draco Derulos, the Nipsey Hustles, all of these names, big names, um, just going. And it has, you know, it's just been taking its toll on rappers over the past few years. And this year, you're really hearing rappers specifically just speak on that and open up about it, about how much it's hurting them and, you know, the effect that it's had on them. Corday's rapping about it here. On Tyler's album, Tyler was rapping about it. On Gambino's album, the first one, the one from 2020, you know, he's rapping about having a farm. And he, you know, and then he elaborates in Atlanta FX the last season, you know, through Paperboy's character that he moved on a farm out of paranoia because all the other rappers were getting shot. And then, you know, you have Freddie Gibbs' new album, another great album, 2024, greatest rap album, greatest year for rap music. IDK has a great album as well that just came out recently. Star Bands has a couple tracks on her album that I like. Big Sean released an album this year. It was really good. Anyways, getting back to the topic. Freddie Gibbs' last track, my favorite track on his one, is the last track. And on the last track, you know, he's just remembering everybody. You know, rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. You was too young to check out. Man, the label don't really care. They just want to ice their neck out. Rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Frankie Beverly. You know, we won't never know when we're marching next to our heroes and our soldiers for the last time. He's talking about Young Dolph on the track. These rappers are in pain, and it might, you know, me saying that this is the greatest year for rap music ever in 2024. All of this great art that's coming, the diversity of it, a lot of it might be rooted in pain, in trauma, in grief, and a lot of times that's where, unfortunately, somewhat, yeah, unfortunately, some of the best art comes from because it's vulnerable. Everybody can relate to pain. You could be broke and relate to pain. You can be rich and relate to pain. You could be middle class and relate to pain because we all go through pain. We all go through grieving. We all go through traumatic experiences as human beings. And these rappers are really telling us in 2024, hey, this is taking a toll on me. And I'm hurting. And I've gone to therapy for this and I'm looking and I want some help and I want some support. And I found that in these places that are outside of riches, cars, money, jewelry, it's going against everything that we've like kind of, it's a stereotypical rap story and things. We're seeing a shift in the culture. Shout out to D1 as well. Released a dope album and a dope response to Kendrick Lamar with the call it like it is, tell it like it is, things of that sort. Best year for rap music ever. But yeah, man, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful, but it's bittersweet. You know what I'm saying? Kyle released a rap album that was really good too. Tisa Korean released a rap album a couple weeks ago that was dope. So you know, I say all this just to say that Corday, classic album. I love what you're talking about. He's being honest. Um, and in my opinion, he's 2 for 3. So he bounced back from the last joint. I think there's definitely some replay value on here, and just the transition from the Lil Wayne. My standout is in transition from the Lil Wayne joint straight into the Kanye. And you can even go before that a couple tracks. You can go to okay, he really rapping introspective by himself, going to the Juicy J Club record, into the Ty Dolla Sign singing record, into the Lil Wayne feature where he killed it, straight into Ye's voice. Oh my gosh, what a run, boy. Corday, you different. I ain't gonna lie to you. Corday, you different, bro. You deserve everything that you get in, man, for real. My name is Rashad Milligan. As always, if you are new to the channel, this is the road to 5K subs. I hope you really enjoying this year of hip hop. Uh, Salim Maida, I always shout her out on here. But the Wooden Floors project is one of my favorite projects. Lucille Gotti's dropped 2 dope projects. One at the top of the year with DNA. One with Steve G. Lover, excuse me. That was dope project. More of a trap sound. A lot of the beats produced by Popstar Benny, as you guys seen on this channel. If you haven't, check it out. Then she dropped Razor Blades, and Razor Blade was cold too. Razor Blade was really cool, and it was like a mixture of R&B. It was like more of her and just her, things of that sort. And she kind of got like the rock thing. She got a lot of like styles. She's very just a versatile artist. She's very dope. Wuchi Wobbler dropped her joint, and Wuchi's album is so crazy because it's like I don't know. She rapping from the perspective of what it's like to be on the other side of like internet fame as like a e-girl, like a girl that everybody wants and stuff like that. And she's rapping about like how she became rich off of that and like how she kind of, that's her flex. And that's something you never heard before. I was like I don't know if I ever heard a Vixen just come on like Melissa Ford never made a rap album. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yeah, I got 6 man, man, we gave me 6 man. Like Black China never rapped. Like she just became famous and just became rap. Black China. Cardi, Cardi B, she kind of did that, but it's kind of like, she was in hustle mode the whole time. I feel like Wuchi is like bragging about it and stuff like that. But like even the No Fear, the joint that came out before the album, earlier this year, that song gets crazy. Like I'm listening to that song all the time now. Like, am I hot for made my heart work? Am I hot for it made my heart work? Like the song is crazy, bro. Like she's just going insane. So that's Wuchi. What's some other Tony Snow, of course, one of the more consistent guys in hip hop. Uh, did it again this year with Out the Woods in the spring, and then came back in the summer with the I take a bad girl and trust her out. I told her, told her I took a different route. See me, my team, all we do is ball and number one. So I'ma get a number one. She give me like she go to yeah. With the no one else with the self-produced tape. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Then Key dropped a couple of his singles off of the new joint, the So Emotional 2, and it's got the Freak Nick Atlanta 1990s feel to it. Oh my goodness, what are we doing here? 404 Chew, a dude I discovered this year. He making a crash out music for the Christians. Oh my goodness. Oh man, this that drill Christian music. On a Jonah, Jesus Sunday. I'm gonna be. I pray God on Friday. I'm gonna Sunday see. I'm a holy demon killer. Twin, let me get him. That junk crazy. Shout out 404 Shoe. And then you got the other crash out music. Walking out bleeding with that shit, baby. He had a whole moment. But you also had Lil Tony. Yeah, this that getting money music. If you getting money, hold your bankroll, get jiggy to it. Hold up on that problem to like. And I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to take all the credit for money music, but I might just have to take some of the credit for money music. He's coming up, and I was like, bro, you doing all this crash out music? He said, no, the new stuff, the new way about some money. And he played it for me. And hey man, I like that. That's it, my boy. Cause you hard. You just don't need to be rapping about killing all the time. He said, I got you. OG. He came back with money music. It became his biggest song. T Key. I don't want all the money, Tiki, but you know what I'm saying. If you want to break something off, you feel me? You know, for consulting. Uh, what else? What else? What else? What else went on? Man, two people random came on at 3 o'clock. Shout out to y'all, man. Here at 3 a.m. Uh, what else happened this year that I really liked in music? Let me see. I'm gonna go look at some stuff before I forget. Anicia with the I don't ever see you at a bang. I don't ever see you at the bang. I don't ever see you at the ATM. Hard. New track, hard. Concrete Boys, crazy. Suave came with a singing album this year. Crazy. Dalen Gideon came up with some new heat. Crazy. Um 10 years awful records. And my boy over there, Cootie Breeze, he came with some new heat. The Earl, I already spoke about Earl. I already spoke about Laser Dim. Star Bands, yeah, she did her thing this year. I don't know. It's just a lot of good stuff. The Concrete Tape, like I said, Kara. Kyle dropped two albums. The first album was more melodic and like catchy songs. The second one was more rap. And speaking of, Logic dropped Ultra 85 this year, and he rapping on that mug, like he rapping things of that sort. Just a lot of good music that dropped this year. Is there anything else that I want to say about music this year? Why has this year been the greatest year in rap? I think that's it. I ain't gonna hold you. I think that's it. But yeah, I'll get to the basketball in the morning. You guys have a great night. And until next time, as always, please take care of yourselves. I gotta hold the
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
change or Rashad Milligan rolling out.
Good question.
We can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.